Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good, good, e- oh. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The mayor has called the special council meeting to order. Mayor Roscoe,
Present.
Councilmember Bracken, Councilmember Kaplan, here. Councilmember Lennon's not with us at the moment. Vice Mayor Sardinius,
Here.
Councilmember Stoner, present, and Councilmember Vasquez is not here with us this moment. Mr. Mayor, we do have a quorum.
Okay. We're going to take the special presentations next. Senator Alexis Calatayud is being held up in Texas, so she's not going to make it. So that item is crossed out. We will come back to 2B and 2C. So that we can do those after the ordinance, which is the main event here. So 3A. Madam Clerk, let's move to 3A. Consensus of council.
An ordinance of the Village of Key Biscayne, Florida, amending ordinance 2024-12 as amended by emergency ordinance number 2025-13 relating to the operation of electric bicycles, motorized scooters, and other motorized mobility devices within the village to delete the sunset provision, providing for codification, providing for severability, providing for conflicts, and providing for an effective date.
Move it.
Second.
Moved and
Thank
second.
you.
Before I get everyone else included here, some basics about how this process works. It's important for people to understand. All we are doing here tonight is taking out the sunset provision. Okay, that's all that's happening here tonight is the sunset provision. Okay, nothing else. It's very clear. The clerk just read the title of the ordinance. The title of the ordinance is very specific, and it says to amend. And what does it amend? It amends section 2, where it says, is hereby amended to delete the sunset provision. To delete the sunset provision. It's probably a stretch to think that we were going to do anything else but do that, but be that as it may, ordinances, the way they work is you have two readings, a first reading and a second reading. In the first reading, you lay out the ordinance. Everything is done here with very specific dates, and you do the first reading, and then after that, 2 weeks later, you have to do the second reading. In the first reading, you lay out what it is that you're trying to do. And in the second reading is when you make a final determination. And this group here in front of you are the ones that make that that final determination at that point in time. So nothing could have happened here anyway today, okay? Because that's not the way this process works. We couldn't have acted on it finally. It takes 2 readings to do that. Be that as it may, I talked to some people over the weekend, and we agreed to have a couple of people come up and speak on this issue. So I'll take Annie Thompson first, please.
Good evening, Mayor Rasco, Vice Mayor, all the council members, and everyone who makes this place such an amazing place to live. Last month, as you just stated, this council upheld the ban by a 4-3 vote, rejecting the proposal to allow e-bikes for adults or create any kind of a tiered system permitting older riders. Thank you for understanding that this community does not want e-bikes. Thank you also for understanding the safety risks and the accidents that this potentially involves. Thank you for understanding that Key Biscayne does not have the infrastructure for safety with e-bikes. Thank you for understanding that the enforcement challenge that our police officers would have would also be a nightmare. And thank you for preserving the quality of life on Key Biscayne for us. We trust that you will continue to uphold it. Thank you.
And Heidi Frank.
Council members, Mayor, thank you for your service. Good evening. I'm Heidi Frank, 485 Woodcrest Road here in Key Biscayne. And my views are mine and only mine and not my employer. I'm a resident here since 1990 and we own properties. I have 3 children, which many of you know them. And this, our beautiful island, has approximately over 4,400 children under the age of 18. Which you, elected officials, have a responsibility to try to protect. I commend you and I thank you for making the right decision and sticking to it and keeping the ban of e-bikes so we can continue to sleep at night and prevent another tragedy. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else on this topic? Going once? Okay, thank you very much. Council, the item is before you. Any discussion?
Ready to vote?
Let's go. Madam Clerk?
Councilmember Bracken,
Yes.
Councilmember Kaplan,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sardinius.
Yes.
Councilmember Stoner,
Yes.
Councilmember Vasquez,
Yes.
Mayor Roscoe.
Yes.
The ordinance is approved on first reading.
Okay, at the second reading, the second reading will be on October 14th, correct?
Yes.
And it's still going to be the same ordinance. It's going to be the same ordinance that says that we are deleting the sunset provision. Okay, so that's all that we are going to talk about that night also. With that, we'll move on to the other 2 items on our special meeting.
The next item is a report on speed detection systems.
You're not Frank Souza.
No. Got a little tan. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council. Jason Eunice, Deputy Chief of Police. As per the requirements of the law, this special
Thank
presentation
you.
must be read in front of a council. It changed maybe 2 years ago. Before we didn't have to do it, but now we got to present it, the report as it's given to us. This annual report includes data collected from May 5th, 2025 through the end of the school year of June 4th, 2025. The results for the operational period just stated, number of notices of violation issued were 221. This is during that 1 month period toward the end of the school year. Number of notices of violations contested are 0. Number of notices of violations upheld, again, are 0 because there were 0 contested. And the number of violations dismissed, again, were 0 because none were contested. Number of violations issued as uniform traffic citations is 64, and the number of violations paid was 155. The total amount of a notice of a violation is $100, and that's broken down into different categories. Payments collected were distributed as follows. Village of Key Biscayne received $4,641. Crossing Guard Recruitment and Retainment Program, $595. Florida Department of Revenue General Fund, $2,380. Florida Department of Law Enforcement Trust Fund, $357. Miami-Dade County School District received $1,428. Third-party vendor, which is Red Speed, received $2,499. totaling 11,900 on that breakdown. There's an outstanding of $3,600 that was brought up to my attention, and that's a pending processing. So they should get paid that 3,600, so we should receive more. This was just the information that we got at the time of the report being delivered to us. This report provides a comprehensive view of the village's ongoing efforts to promote safer travel through our school zones. That's it for that one.
You want to go ahead and do the annual red light also?
Sure, sir.
I think you need to open for public comments for this.
Yeah,
one.
we'll do both after you finish.
Okay, we can have one public comment on both.
Okay.
Moving on, this is the red light camera system that, again, we've also been utilizing for over 10 years in the village. And the total number of notice violations is $158. That's what it costs for a notice of violation for each infraction. Funds collected from each payment were distributed as follows. $100 goes to the state general fund, $45 to local government, $10 to local trauma center, and $3 to spinal brain injury research through the Miami project. Funds collected from these payments were distributed as follows. A total of $88,638 were paid from violators. $45,563 was remitted to the Department of Revenue. $42,075 was paid to our third-party vendor administering the red light camera program. This report provides a comprehensive view of the village's ongoing efforts to promote safer intersections through red light camera enforcement. It's important to note that this is a cost revenue program. I'm sorry, it's cost neutral. So we don't receive any funds for it. As a matter of fact, we make less than what the program costs the third-party vendors to run.
Okay, so your first report on the speed detection with the cameras, and that's on Harbor Drive,
That's correct. It's
from where to where?
It's it's more or less the St. Agnes, Fernwood, toward the end of the Presbyterian.
And naturally, people are going to ask, well, why don't you do it?
I'm sorry, the beginning of the Presbyterian, that's where the cutoff is.
Right.
It doesn't capture Presbyterian.
People are going to ask you, what about the K-8?
So the K-8, they did the speed studies, and there's just the way it's shaped and around the neighborhoods that it has, it didn't have the threshold for the cameras to be put in place there.
So they just wouldn't work there?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. All right, so, and this is obviously, the primary intent is to take care of our children and be safe.
Correct, to monitor speeding there to make sure that it's safe for everyone that's traversing that area.
Okay. Council members, any questions to Deputy Chief?
No, sir.
I'm just curious if you have any idea, statistics, or even impression about the families that are actually walking to school as opposed to driving at the various schools. Any idea?
No, I don't. I'm not sure I understand the question, though.
The car queues are very long, and you know, we invested in safe walk routes to school, tried to encourage healthy walking. Seems that many people are opting not to do that, despite the inconvenience.
I would just say, having children in the Presbyterian program, young children, a lot of people, because the children are young and mostly Key Biscayne residents, do walk and ride bikes there. There are cars too, but a lot of pedestrians. St. Agnes has a lot of students that come from off the Key.
I know.
So I think that might be contributing to some of the traffic.
Yes.
Okay, we can look into it, definitely. And for the Presbyterian, I may talk to the vendor and see if there's a need for a camera in that area as well. It's probably be 2 cameras. I don't think they have signage there, and I think that's the issue. So we can get with the Presbyterian and the vendors to see about that.
The school zone speed light is at the end of Presbyterian, I think, right?
It's at the beginning.
Yeah, it doesn't include
It doesn't include.
part of it, not all of it. But we're gonna,
I have a quick question, if I may.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you.
Welcome,
It
Mr.
says-
Vasquez.
Thank you. Good to be here. It says right here, the annual report included from May 5th, 2025 through June 4th, 2025. Is that correct? That's a
That's
month?
correct, because
Is it a month?
we installed the cameras.
And you got all these violators in a month?
Correct,
Only
correct.
221?
Yes.
Wow, in 1 month.
Now,
Multiply it times 12.
the good side to that is that we reviewed this first month, because we started school just this past August,
Right.
and the trend is lower. I don't have those numbers in front of me, but the violations have gone down. So I think it's making a difference, at least in this first month of school.
Okay. That's a little, pretty high number, I guess. I don't have a reference point.
All right, I have on these two, I have Mr. Charles Collins who wants to have a public comment on this two reports.
Don't go anywhere, this is about you. Charles Collins, 1121 Crandon Boulevard, Key Biscayne. We're starting to ramp up, a couple of volunteers are starting to ramp up again to go after the pelothons, since we've got a new sheriff, and the person that used to run the bike programs her budget's been cut. And in doing some research, we found that the AI traffic cameras are now so sophisticated, they can determine between bicycles, cars, pedestrians, and can even be predictive. And this would be useful going forward because we don't have dependable numbers of how many bikes are using the causeway. I went out 2 years ago with an iPhone and counted people going around the circle. So as we're seeing, there's a great value to this intelligent monitoring system. And I'm told the detectives would love a system like that. So if we could think about pushing that forward next year, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Collins, even though you weren't on topic, but we will talk to the police leadership about looking into something like that. Madam Clerk, does that take care of our special counsel?
We still have item 3B, which was an advertised item at
Okay, let's
6:30.
go to there.
So it's 6:35, so we're good.
This is an item on second reading. A capital project authorizing ordinance of the Village of Key Biscayne, Florida, approving the purchase of Motorola police radios, APX dispatch consolettes, and related services from Motorola Solutions, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $556,051.92, providing for authorization, providing for implementation, and providing for an effective date.
Move.
Second.
Thank you.
Okay, the item's properly for you.
The purchase of the Motorola radio platform is to ensure continuity of operations and replace end-of-life legacy that we have for our current radios, which are Harris.
How old are they?
So they're, the ones we currently have, I want to say, are about 10, 15 years old.
Yeah.
And so, and they've been taken out of, they've been discontinued back in 2021 is when they're out of service. We use the Miami-Dade County 911 system, and we're on their frequency. They've moved into the Motorola, and that's what we're currently asking to go into. City of Miami as well. It's a safer radio. It actually tracks the officer, GPS. It gives us a map on each radio to see exactly where every officer is. So we're requesting this purchase as a necessity.
Great. The questions? Any other questions or comments?
Quick discussion. This is all in, right? This is the service agreement. This is all the costs associated with that. I believe we
Correct.
discussed that last time.
It covers the initial 42 radios and the 2 concepts that we're going to have within our dispatch center. Then it has an 1-year warranty for that. And then years 2 through 7 are also covered in warranty and maintenance. After that, 2032, I want to say, is when we'll bring it back for any service agreements that Motorola requires.
So generally, there should be no cost, no additional cost through the 7-year period.
That's correct, sir.
Perfect. Thank you.
And the maintenance is taken care of
Correct.
within that.
That service agreement.
Okay. Madam Clerk,
And the public hearing?
this one, radio dispatch, public hearing. Public hearing is now open. Public hearing is now closed.
Councilmember Kaplan?
Yes.
Councilmember Lennon is not with us. Vice Mayor Sardinius?
Yes.
Councilmember Stoner?
Yes.
Councilmember Vasquez?
Yes.
Mayor Roscoe?
Yes?
And Councilmember Bracken?
Yes.
The ordinance is adopted on second reading.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for the
Do I
event at the
need
Rusky
to-
Pelican.
Okay, this special council meeting is now adjourned, and we will proceed to the budget hearing.